That's the vibe I got. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, you guys. Let's see. Can they hear me? Can you hear me? Let's see. Who's here with us? Is it Jalen? Yeah, Jalen, can you hear me well?
Yes, ma'am.
Jalen?
Ma'am?
Okay, good. I just was making sure you could hear me.
All right.
Okay, y'all. Did I share my screen? You are screen sharing, yes. All right, so with this warm-up, you are practicing your algebra skills, which I know you're like, this is geometry, but you cannot forget your algebra skills, okay? You will definitely be using algebra next year, or if you're taking algebra 2 already, but it's on the ACT a lot, okay? So you definitely don't want to lose those skills. Sorry, y'all, I gotta figure out how to get this on without, that'll work. Okay, so for this one, they want it to be in slope. They want you to write the equation of the line. So you're going to write it in slope-intercept form. I don't want to use that. So we're going to do y equals mx plus b. Okay, who's your m? It's always your slope, so 3/5. And who's your b? We don't want to write plus negative, so I'm just going to write -2. That's all there is for that one. Super easy. Okay. Then for this one, like I said, it depends on how your Algebra 1 teacher taught you, but if you had Springboard, then you definitely learned point slope form, because that's the way that Springboard teaches it. So the point that you're given is -4, so that's going to be your x1, and then y1 is going to be 10. Your slope, -1, is your m. So you will have y minus 10 equals -1, x minus -4, which is +4. So that's point slope form. You can't leave it like that. You've got to keep going. So -1 times x would be -x. -1 times +4 is -4. Then we would add 10. So y equals -x plus 6. Is that what you got? Yay. And then for number 3, that one you can't just jump to the equation. You have to start with finding the slope. So I'm going to do -9 minus -6 and -2 minus 4. Now, if you did it backwards, you should still be okay. But -9 plus 6 is -3. -2 minus 4 is -6. So whatever you did, you should have gotten 1/2. The slope is 1/2. Then you could use your point slope form. So y minus -9 would be +9. Your slope is 1/2. X minus -2 is +2. So that's going to be 1/2 x plus 1, because half of 2 is 1. Then I need to subtract 9. Y equals 1/2 x minus 8. Just like that. Okay. I subtracted the 1. Well, I did 1 minus 9, which gives me -8. Then, did you use a different, do you see your mistake or want me to find it? Okay. All right, okay. This is geometry, so I don't need that. We are back in those papers, y'all. We're almost done. Let me give you the game plan for this week. Okay, so today we have a lesson. Tomorrow we have a lesson. Wednesday's our study guide day. Thursday is your test. Like it's a test, okay? 100-point test. There's 25 questions. You have the hour to finish it, okay? I'm not going to do this like you stay 5 minutes after class to finish it. If you don't finish within the hour, you just don't finish, okay? So it's a hour test. There's a timer. It's on there, okay? All right, so you do get bonus. This is only for in-class students. This is not for the virtual students. So it's just something for you guys if you wear your festive Christmas gear, okay? So it's just like something like Community Christmas, where you would dress up for Community Christmas or whatever. Just something fun to wear to school just to be Christmassy, okay? Now, it's not like a game changer. Okay, so don't get caught up in it. Like, don't go buy a $25 sweater to wear to class to get 4 points. Like, it's not that big of a deal, okay? But it's just something fun for us to do to celebrate Christmas, okay? I know some of the classes are watching Christmas movies or whatever, like doing fun things, and I'm having a test because that's me being fun. Yeah, I'm super serious. Sorry. Thursday. The other option was to give it to you when you got back after a 2-week break, like you're going to remember anything. So it's better to do it this way. So, but I will tell you, I know some of you have tutors or see people weekly to help you with math. If that's you, I have already put your study guide in the module. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and start studying and preparing for this, it's available to you. I didn't want to have to just give you one night to study. Now, most of you, that's what you'll do, and you probably won't really study. That's just what people do in math class, but it is available to you. It's not loading, but it is available to you. Okay, now you took the quiz 2 at home on Friday just as a worksheet, okay? Get that out so you can check yours. You may want to just like take a picture of this so you can compare it when you get to the house or whatever, or you can always look on the video. This is not working. Okay, you look here, it's finally here. Under Monday, you see how it says today, there's your guide. You only have to get the internet admissible. Okay, so let me show you this. This was really just supposed to be something to hopefully help you study, to go back over what we've done. So you can, I did make a mistake here, and you purpose are different. Now I'm going to bunch of I'll go back to the page and TN there. Okay, so I guess this was supposed to review that and really pour best effort. It's set up some tutor time with me for a you know your go back that you do yes. Do you okay? Look how to run back. Start your word C D E. If you were runner, you stay on the track. Did you get D here there? Yes. You have to stay on the BC. That needs to be D, and that needs to be. If you hop around, it won't work out. Any questions about that? Okay. All right. So today we are working on isosceles trapezoid. No, not on a test. All right, my dears. Okay, let's look. Looking at the isosceles trapezoids. Ready to go? Let me get some fresh pens because these are fat. All right. So, y'all ready? Let's go. Let's go. How do you get all sheets? Did you get the other one? Get your one? Sorry. I think it's okay in here right now. I need to like come with me, get with me. Okay, so trapezoid, we have covered a lot. Okay, we've covered parallelogram, we have covered rhombus, rectangle, square. Today, what we're working with is trapezoid. So if we look at this, it says non-isosceles. Okay, so remember with an isosceles triangle, Your isosceles triangle has two that are congruent and base angles that are congruent. That's an isosceles triangle. Okay, so we learn isosceles trapezoid, but what we're talking about is a non-isosceles. This would be like just a triangle that's just a triangle, just non-isosceles. So it says properties of a non-isosceles triangle. Only one pair of all sides are parallel. You do have a pair of parallel lines, but only one set. And then it says consecutive angles between the parallel supplementary. Okay, so consecutive angles between the parallel lines. So here's our parallel lines. This at the top and this angle at the bottom. Those both 90. Okay, that's easy to see that they're supplementary. 180. Same on this side. Then go here at the top and this angle at the bottom. Okay, the ones that are not on the side. Okay, this 90 plus what this is, that doesn't necessarily have to equal 180. They're not supplementary. Just one in between their lines. Now, don't move. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're going to keep because we don't have time to talk. So listen, unless they tell us, okay, wait, we're learning. Listen. Shh. Okay, so it says isosceles trapezoids have the same properties as non-isosceles trapezoids plus these. So parallel sides are, since these two are congruent, diagonals are congruent. So this diagonal, that diagonal, those are congruent. Base angles are congruent. So these two angles at the bottom are congruent. These two at the top are congruent. And then opposite angles are supplementary. So this corner angle here and this angle at the top, supplementary. This angle here, it's a lot of rules with isosceles. So we need to back on when you look at them. So if we look at number 1, is this isosceles? No, it does have a set of parallel lines, but the other sides, the legs, not congruent. Okay, so we want what's the angle K going to be? It's supplementary to who? Good. So these K and L are supplementary. So I'm just going to do 180 minus 51. What's 180 minus 1? 129. Okay. How do I get angle L? I mean M. Good. It's 87. So I'm going to do 180 minus 87. What's that going to be? 92. Right. Remember whose angle C is B1. What's 180 minus 31? Okay. So 49. All right. And D. Who is D supplementary with? A. So it's 180 minus 62. All right, everybody okay with that? Now we do number 3. Wait, no. Number 3. What do we do with these two things? That's right. Supplementary, we're going to add them together. And we're going to set them equal to 180. Okay? So 8x plus 60 equals 80. Subtract 60. 8x equals 20. Divide by 8. What's x? 50. R. Over here on number 4. What do we do for R? Same thing. You take those things, they're supplementary. You're going to have 12x plus 3 and 7x minus 13 equals 180. I'm going to solve that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and skip down to number 5. Okay, and you can say or you can solve whatever you want to do. So if we look at this, it says DEFG, isosceles trapezoid. D to EF. Those are congruent. Then it says DF is congruent to. Good, because we're looking at diagonal. DF is your diagonal, D is your diagonal. So diagonals are congruent as well as the opposites. No, it would be okay. Yeah. All right, now let's look at the angles. Angle T. Who is angle T congruent to? Angle U. Basically, those are on the top. Those are still base angles. So angle U. And who's angle V congruent to? Angle W. Good, because they're also base angles. So those on the top, those on the bottom. These are congruent and congruent. Okay. First, if his 112 is 8 minus 50, and they are angles. So 6. Number 8, x32 is 47. Okay. Then, where the bottom two base angles going to be? 33. You subtract from 180 supplementary. 180 minus 47 gives us 133. Everybody's go back. Any trapezoids. Now, there's some algebra. Number 9. And work these algebra problems out. Number 9. MNOP is an isosceles trapezoid. MP, 16 minus 13, NO equals x plus 8, PN, and so on. MO. Solve for x and y. How are we going to do this? Who's congruent? P or PM is equal to NO. Those two are congruent, so we need to find their expressions. And that's going to be MP. They're obviously having issues, fire alarm, and NO. Do we have an information to solve x? Do that. Subtract 9x. 16x minus 9 is 7x. Add 13. 8 and 13 is 21. Divide by 7. X equals 3. Okay. Who else is congruent? Good. EN congruent MO. I'm not just like attentive to you guys. I'm putting in first lot. We'll evacuate when they tell us to evacuate. 5y plus 19 equals 12y minus 37. Okay. We subtract 12. 5y minus 20 negative 11 minus 19. Scott, do your work. Yes. Do you talk back to your mom like that? You better not. So that gives us 56. Is that right? Divide by 7. 8. Positive 8. Cool. I love when math's not hard. What do we do? Number 10. They are base angles. So the two things are equal to one another. Okay. Negative 39. X equals divide by 3. Does that give me 13? Now, that's not what they want, though. They don't care about X. That's right. They want the actual angles. So you have to plug them in. No matter when we plug it into, which one do you prefer? That 2. Okay. 2 times 13 plus 27. 13 is what? 26. Is it 26 plus 27? That's give me 50. Okay. So that means D is 50 degrees and C is 50 degrees. Okay. What do we do to get A and B? Good. They're supplementary. So I'm just going to do 180 minus 50. What's that going to give me? 127. Kyle, I've answered questions. Glad you're back. All right. Now, what about number 11? They're equal to each other. They are. Sorry. You have to add them together and set them equal to 180. Okay, now it's not funny just to like save on base. I stacked it with its like term, so it's going to be 14x. That's going to give, what's negative 33 plus 17? Negative 16? Negative 16, thank you. Equals 180. So their sum is supposed to equal 180 supplementary. So they're going to add 16. So 14x equals 196. Divide by 14. X equals 14. Okay. So then, how do we get the actual answers? Good. You got to plug in. Now, these are not going to be the same. Okay. They're supplementary. So, which one do you want to do? The 4x. Okay. So, we've got 14 plus 7. What's 4 times 14? 16. 56? Is that 56? Plus 17? So 73. And that is M. So who else is 73 degrees? L. Now, do I have to plug it in and do times 14 minus 33? You can, but you also do what? Yeah, subtract from 180. So 180 minus 73 is 107. What about number 12? Good. That's because it's pointing to Y. Z is going to be the same thing. Okay, so those are base angles that are congruent. Well, those are going to be supplementary. So I'm going to set this out. I'm going to set it up for you guys. And then you would solve just like been solved. Number 13. What 13? The two are both base angles. They are equal to each other. And again, I'm just setting these up. Do the same thing. Solve if you want or leave it like that. Number 14. If STUV is isosceles, a missing angle, what do we know about those that they've given us? They are supplementary because that's the same thing as U. So you would set those two equal to 180. Add them together. Sum equal to 180. Okay. Flip it over. There's more on the back. That's why I'm kind of rushing you just a little bit. Because we need to learn about the mid segment of a trapezoid. Okay. So let me get this to make sure I don't mess up. All right. With this, it says a mid-segment of a trapezoid connects the midpoint of the legs. So E is midpoint of AD and F the midpoint of BC. So next to midpoints, it says If line segment EF is the mid-segment connects the midpoints of the trapeze A, B, C, D, then AB is parallel to DC, which we knew. We knew that because top and bottom are parallel, but it's also parallel to EF. So now top and middle are all parallel to each other, and we have a formula to get EF. So EF, the mid-segment, is AB, where the length is of AB, plus the length of CD or DC. So the length of the top plus the length of the bottom divided by 2. And that is going to give you the length of EF. Okay, so we're using the above trapezoid for the next couple of questions. It says if AB, so that's the top, and DC 26, how do we find EF? That's right, add them up. Divide by 14 plus 26, divided by 2, that's 42. So is EF. That's right. The length of AB is 10. DC is 31. Find EF. So what do we for that? Add them up, divide by 2. 38 divided by 2 is 19. Give them, but we have 80. So I'm going to set this up. Plus 8 divided by 2 equals 22. Sure. Yes. Could we plug in a variable? Absolutely. You could do x plus 38 divided by 2. Well, now you're just in algebra 1 solving. So how do I get rid of 2 on the bottom? Multiply by 2. That's going to cancel out the 2 on the bottom. What's 22 times 2? So you got AB plus 38 equals 44. How do you get AB by itself? Subtract 38. What's 48 minus 38? So AB is 6. So you're working backwards on that problem. I'm going to give you a head start on 4, but only like 30 seconds. Did you get 53? If not, here's my work. I set it up. I used x this time. I multiplied, so I got 41 equals 4. Subtract the 41, you get 53. Good? Cool. Well, just like everything else, here's our algebra. So it says, for the trapezoid PQRS, Y and E are midpoints of legs. Okay, so we know that we have our mid-segment since the midpoint. They want to find ZY. How are we going to do that? Tops 38, bottom, x plus 14 equals 5x minus 19. What you're doing is I should have wrote this out. PQ, atom divided 2. Sorry, I should have wrote that. PQ plus SR divided by 2 equals YZ. So this is letters. So that may make it a little bit easier to understand. So you need to add bottom, divide that by 2, and then set it equal to YZ. So the first thing I need to do, I could multiply by 2, but the first thing that I'm going to do is combine my like terms. Got 30 and 14. What's 30 plus 14? So x plus 52 divided by 2 equals 5x plus 19. Now, if like this had a 2 in front, then you can simplify with the 2. So that's going to leave us with a fraction. I don't want that. So how do I just get rid of the 2? I'm going to multiply. And over here, when I multiply, I have to use the distributive property. I put in parentheses and multiply by 2 because I have to multiply both of those by 2. Over here, it just cancels. So you've got x plus 52 equals 10x minus 38. Then I'm going to subtract 10x. 9x plus 52 equals negative 38. Subtract 52. 9x equals, that's 10, 8, 90, 90, divided by 9. X equals negative 10. Now, is that what they wanted? They wanted YZ. Now, hold on. Hold on, though. I did something wrong because I don't have a negative. Where's my mistake at? Oh, it is negative 9. It's negative, and it's negative. A negative divided by a negative is positive. Yes. Okay, cool. So that's good. Now, where do we plug it into? Yes, you got to go back up here to Y, plug it in. So 5 times positive n minus 19, which would it be a negative? That was like a giveaway that I did something wrong. Like common sense told me that is absolutely wrong. So 50 minus 19. What's 50 minus 19? So 31 is the measure of YZ. Now, look at number 6. Is that an isosceles trapezoid? No. Doesn't. No. When you're dealing with the mid-segment, it doesn't matter if it's isosceles or not isosceles. None of that's going to be part of it. So you would do this one the same. All these are actually the same way. I'm not going to have to push this one with you, but step. So you're going to take the top, 2x plus 1, add the bottom, 6 minus 1, you're going to divide 2. Set that equal to 25. Okay, I do have for look at it. Second now does the evens. Virtual students, you can do the evens as well. This is Z. This down here, you guys, is Z. Did y'all find the papers? Yeah, I have to. Okay, that's fine. This is a Z. That's a Z down there. All is good. Yes, I'm talking about loving Miss Cole's class. I'm telling you. Yes. It's always truly, it's yes, kind of like one of my goals for like somebody to like come back and visit my class and be like, we met in Miss Cole's class. Miss class. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, they came back to her and like do them in her classroom because that's where they met. You lie. You lie. You wait till you're in love. You'll say yes no matter where.
No, he better know. He better know me well enough to know that I'm not gonna get proposed to in a classroom. No.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah. I'd be like, sure, and then we'd have a nice chat. He'd have to go and propose to me somewhere else too. Like, feels like it's jokes and but then it's like we like more bored. Is there any chance?
Okay, Jalen, I will add the assignment. I'm sorry, I haven't done that yet. Bye, y'all.
All right.
Look at what has happened.